To connect with you on Accelerate Lagos. That's, the program where we get to talk about everything concerning your business as a business owner within Lagos, helping you to scale through the journey, whether financially or you just need someone to hold your hands through the journey, right? In whatever way, whatever manner within Lagos. As long as your business is situated within Lagos, trust me, you are covered. Once again, good morning and welcome. My name is Taiwo Barua. This program is brought to you courtesy the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, and it airs every Wednesday morning from about 10:20 till 11 a.m. Today on the program, we shall be talking funding your hustle the smart way. Everything is going smart. Everything is going techie. And so you need to, jump on the moving train, right? You hop on the moving train to not be left behind. My guest is Ademola Akitoye, the CEO, AI Multimedia and Coach at, of course, Multimedia Coach, LSETF Volunteer Network. Good morning to you, Ademola.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you.
I'm just curious. AI Multimedia and Coach, what is this all about?
Oh, okay. Thank you for inviting me. And AI Multimedia Academy, we youth development organization.
Okay.
We engage in training.
Yes.
And capacity building.
Okay.
We also mentor. We also provide employment.
Okay.
Then we supply companies and organizations manpower, needs, their manpower needs in terms of, giving them the right candidates to work for them.
Okay.
Then we also, bulk of people we train, we also place them on internship.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we have a relationship with a lot of organizations in Lagos. We call them placement partners. So we've been working with them for quite some time. Whenever we train our students, so we also place them on the job. And then when they are done with their internship, we also mentor them how to start their hustle, in terms of where to start, where they can get funding opportunity to start on their own. So we do a lot in terms of from training to mentorship to job placement.
Let's talk about funding your hustle the smart way. What does this really mean to you?
Yeah, when we talk about funding your hustle the smart way, it's about finding resources, especially money, to start, to scale, or to sustain your business. So, maybe you are a baker.
Yes.
In Surulere, or a fashion designer in Agege, or a barbing salon operator in Lekki. One thing is common: you need equipment, you need to pay rent, you need to run ads. So all this is funding. You need fund to push this so that you can be successful. It's about turning your idea into income.
Yes.
So that's funding your hustle is actually about. Yes.
All right then. So what are some of the do's and don'ts when it comes to funding your hustle?
Okay. I've highlighted some do's, so I'll quickly go through them. Number one, if you are funding your hustle, you start small and test your idea. Before looking for big money, you have to start small. Let's say you do fashion, for example.
Yes.
You are sewing clothes, and you need to gradually increment or make sure your business shows some tractions. Maybe from one customer to two customers to 3 to 10. So be sure that it's the right business you are venturing to, the right hustle. So that is number one. Start small and test your idea. The second one, have a clear plan. This is very, very important, of how much you need and how you're going to use it. What you will use them for. How much do you need? You have that clear idea about that.
Yes.
Then you also need to explore multiple, sources for funding.
Okay.
Don't just rely on one particular target or opportunity. So,
Okay.
look around and, to be frank with you, there are a lot of opportunities, especially in Lagos State, through LSTF, so probably we'll talk about all that when if there is time to
Okay.
talk more about that.
Okay.
So then you also need to, including your personal savings, you can rely on that. Be sure that you also have a savings, or you can also rely on friends and family. So these are the, initial plan you have to do, initial thinking,
Yes.
before you jump into looking for funds
Okay.
from other sources. Then don't borrow without a clear plan. It's very important. Don't just say, I need money. Some people, they just say, I want to start this business. They don't have a clear plan, on what they actually want to do or what they want to use the money for. So, number one, don't borrow without a clear plan. Then don't ignore hidden costs. Because a lot of small scale businesses, they ignore that. Okay, for example, let me give you an instance.
Okay.
Maybe you just realize that some people are doing pay on delivery and free, maybe across
Free
Lagos.
delivery.
Free delivery in Lagos. Lagos is large,
True.
up to Badagry, Agbowa, Ikorodu, and you feel is the trend. You also said, okay, probably you are running online business. I want to do pay on delivery, without taking into consideration the costs. Even if you are delivering it yourself, there's a cost associated with it. Don't ignore all those hidden charges. Even your internet data, POS charges, all those small charges, they are very important. Don't ignore them. Then don't jump into loan sharks or unregulated loan apps. A lot of them comes with ridiculous interest rates. So you need to, avoid that kind of fund.
Okay.
So those are the do's.
Okay. Now let's take a look at the services you offer. Right. Is there a particular age limit to those who you accommodate for mentorship?
Actually,
or tell me the category of people you consider for mentorship.
Actually, we work mostly with youths, usually 18-35, but we also give advice to people who want to start businesses. Maybe even you are above 35 and you want to start something, we can also advise you, especially LSTF. Do not, when it comes to loans, opportunity and grant opportunity, there's no age limit to that from LSTF.
Okay, LSTF, yes.
Yes, if you need that, any age group, once you have your business in order, you put it in order, you can always approach LSTF. But most of the youth program we do in terms of training, they do have age limits, usually from 18 to 35. You understand? But we do have some people who are above that age, but they really want to learn something. They can pay to learn.
Okay.
So no matter your age, because some of the government programs are free. So those ones are age categorized.
Okay.
18-35. But if you are outside that category, age bracket, you can actually pay to learn whatever you want to learn, especially digital skill that are critical for your hustle. If without those skill sets, it might be difficult for you to manage certain things when it comes to your hustle. Yeah.
All right. Let's look at your partnership with LSETF. What do you do with LSETF?
Okay. For my organization, AI Multimedia, we are delivery partner to to LSTF. So what we do is that because we have facilities, they partner with us in the area of empowerment. We call it employability support projects.
Okay.
This is a partnership between LSTF and some foreign, organizations.
Yes, please.
They come together and they now pick us, as a delivery partner where we train these youths in the critical in-demand skills, from video editing, social media management, website design, digital marketing, animation, cinematography, and general digital skills. So that's what we do. We've trained quite large number of them, and we don't stop at that. We also offer them employment immediately they are done, through the support of LSTF and their partners. Yes.
For LSETF, aside employability, upskill, and the likes, some other things they do include, giving loans, grants, and the like. So, for someone who is, looking forward to getting a loan now, what are some practical and accessible ways to raise funds for a business in today's economy?
Okay, that is fine. I have highlighted some practical ways. One of them is personal savings.
Savings, yes.
So you can rely on personal savings, and then, or you can do contribution clubs. In our local palace we call it Ajo or Isusu, where people, trusted people,
yes,
trusted friends come together. Every month they will contribute.
Yes.
One person will take. You can, if you have that opportunity, you can also explore that. Another one is family and friends. Some of us, we are privileged to have, family and friends who trust us, and who we also think they have something they can offer. And why is important is that because they know you from birth, they trust you, they know your capability. If you have that privilege, of course, it's not for everybody,
sure,
but if you have that privilege, you can explore that. Then another one that is also very good is government programs, like the one I've talked about, LSTF. They give loans, they also give grants, they support business generally. Then we have from federal government, we have Bank of Industry, we have even as a youth service corps, that's what we call business loan for National Youth Service corps members. Then there's one that is also very popular, is Tony Elumelu Foundation. Every year they give $5,000 to support businesses, small businesses. And then we also have some microfinance bank supported by Central Bank, to offer loans to MSC, small and medium scale businesses. So then occasionally we also have, loans and grant opportunity from governments, that you can explore. So what you need to do as a business person is to, when you go online, that's what we call algorithms online. Whatever you follow, the system will always put it in your front.
True.
There's a lot of this thing going on. So be sure you follow the right news so that you can be updated as some of these things are coming on. So that is, then you can also explore what we call crowdfunding. I've seen it on social media a lot, where people gather resources for someone to buy equipment, maybe on
like
your
fundraising.
Yes, maybe on WhatsApp group or social media
like
group.
Like a GoFundMe thing.
Like GoFundMe, you can explore that. Then you can, maybe as a young person who just graduated, from a trainee, you can also explore internship. Through internship, you can save some money, paid internship, of course.
Yes.
You can save some money gradually. And then you can also engage in gigs, side gigs, like remote work and all that. So these are the practical ways I think you can respond. There are a lot of them that you can key into as a small business owner.
These opportunities are readily available, from what you have mentioned now. But then as a business owner or an intending business owner, what are the things I should have in place before even considering an application or even, meeting someone to help fund or support a business?
Okay, thank you for that question. Number one, you must have a clear business plan or model. Nobody will throw their money to you without, having a ways to, if I'm giving you the money as a loan, I must be sure that you have a good plan or model to pay it back. That is very critical. But what I can say on that is that even if you don't know how to do it, there are people around who can help you. Even LSEF can help you, guide you, in that. If you don't know how to go about it, you can reach out. They can give you directions or recommend people who can put a good business plan or model for you. So that is number one. The understanding of your target customer and pricing is also very important. It's not that you just wake up one day and say, yeah, okay, I want to run business, I need fund. You need to understand your markets and then the pricing. Remember, I talk about all these small charges that you ignore. So you need to take everything into consideration to arrive at appropriate pricing for your product or services. Then you must show proof of concepts. Show that people actually want your product or service. And one way to do that is that through your banking statements. That's why when you are applying for loans or grants, they usually request for 3 months bank statement, 6 months bank statement, or 1 year bank statement. What they want to know, because they are not there with you. So your bank statement will prove to them that you actually have inflow on a regular basis. So you have to show a proof of concept that, okay, yes, whatever you are doing is, you can scale it, it's showing tractions and it's worth funding. So that is, the third one. Actually, I'll put this one first. Bookkeeping is very, very important. You have to account for your inflow and your outflow. It's very important. And you keep the record because funder will check that. This is part of the things they may required for. And this is also linked to your bank account also. If money is going out and is coming in, where are they coming from? How are they using it? So that is very important. Then legalize your business. So if you are a one-man business, you can do business name registration with CAC. And if you are scaling beyond that, you need to do limited liability company. It's very important because most funder will not deal with you on an individual level base. So you have to have a structure, a business name or a limited liability company is a sure bet for you. Then you also need to comply with government regulations, like your personal income tax, your national identification, then dues and levies. If it's relate to your business, you have to pay it, and a proper registration in your feed is also important. You need to prepare all of that. So these are the things you need to prepare before you even step out to say you want to go and borrow loan.
All right, then let's
keep
quickly take this call.
Records. Yes.
All right, then. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, this is our last one, Mr. Adebayo.
All right, Adebayo. Okay.
Yes, just to remind you again that palliative work that is going on at Sabo, both inward and outward of Sabo, is still on. But the traffic for now is getting better because of the activities of our men on ground. So whoever that want to pass through Sabo now is safe to pass through and is good to go.
Okay.
So that's the information we want to pass now.
All right.
Yes, it's better. But to start the basis of the alternative or to start the alternative route earlier.
Yes.
So they can use the alternative.
Okay.
The alternative route are Onishigida, that is Itumoja by Itumoja, then Ademola Akitoye again. So that's the information I want to pass again.
Okay.
Immediately after the completion of the work, I will get back to you.
All right then. Thank you so much, Adebayo. Okay, so that's it for those of you around, part of Ikorodu. I understand rehabilitation work is ongoing. That's around Sabo axis. and it's causing a bit of build-up around that area. Some motorists are already using alternative route as provided there. That's Onishigida by Tomoja or Awolowo Road. So please, let's keep it that way. But then I understand it's even getting better. It's pouring in some parts, drizzling in some other parts, light showers in some other areas. But whatever the case is for you, the roads are wet. Please keep it within the speed limit. Very, very important at this time, even as we move in and around Lagos. You must be wondering who I have been speaking with. The program is Accelerate Lagos. And today we're talking funding your hustle the smart way. Of course, things are changing, things are evolving, we're going the tech way. Every single thing we do in the business space today, is now towing the path of tech. You need to key into that, right? And it's not going to take too much from you. If you're struggling with all of these things, you can tap into some of these opportunities provided by the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. They are the sponsors of this program you're listening to at this time. My guest is Ademola Akitoye, the CEO, AI Multimedia and Coach, LSETF Volunteer Network. Ademola, for someone who has experienced rejection or, failed funding attempts, what would you like to say to the person? What advice would you give to the person?
Okay, that is fine. There was a thought I was, there was something I was talking about the other time before funding.
Yes.
We need to talk about after funding.
Yes.
Maybe you get the funding, what you need to do.
Okay.
So one of it is you stick to the plan. You don't divert fund to unrelated, expenses. So that is very important. Then track every kobo. Use simple tool like Excel, Google Sheets, or some applications to track all your expenses and income. Then always separate personal and business money. It's very important, So then for someone who experience rejection doesn't mean your idea is bad. So you need to, get that, very well. It just means you need to refine your pitch, your proposal and business plan, and try another source, or try again. Every successful Nigerian entrepreneur have experienced one rejection or the other at a point. So it's not the end. It means you need to repackage yourself, repackage your proposal and your pitch, and then represent, or look for other source.
Okay. So you mentioned separating one's personal account from business account. Now, one thing I understand about that is having a business account that carries your business name, and then you have another personal account that carries your personal name. Is it possible that you have another account in your personal name, but that is strictly for your business? I mean, if you go through the statement of account, every single thing you'll find on it will be business related. Can it be considered as an evidence of, business related account?
Yeah. That is depends on the level of your business.
Okay.
Even if you are a small scale business, like I've told you, you can do a business registration, and banks will actually register your business name as a business.
The reason why any other person will run away from a business account is the fact, what will be charged on your business account is certainly different from what will be charged on your personal account.
Yes, but what will be charged is not that too much compared to what.
But it's much.
But we will, because for funding opportunity, it's always good to have a structure.
Okay.
And the structure starts from you being legalize your business, separating yourself from your business. That is very important. But if you want to keep using your name to run your business, you have a limitation in terms of accessing opportunities and funds. Yes.
All right then. So with one smart tip what's one smart tip every hustler should know about business, about funding, and of course about upskilling?
Okay. Well, if there is one thing I like everyone to take away from this conversation, it is that you don't have to wait for perfect condition to start your hustle. Start with what you have, stay consistent, and treat your hustle like a business from day one. It's very important. If you see it as hustle, that hustle can turn to a bigger business, tomorrow. So that's why you need to keep track of the business. Then you also need to retrain yourself. You also need to unlearn, relearn, and retrain yourself, getting adequate skill to manage that particular, hustle of yours is very important. And you update yourself because technology change all the time. So you need to be abreast of what is going on, as regards to that your line of business.
Tell me more about AI Multimedia. You already talked about it that for those who fall between the ages of 18 and 35, yes, most of them can actually key into government-sponsored kind of programs. And if you fall short of this age group, you might have to pay.
Yes.
What's this payment like? For instance, I want to upskill, I want to train. How much should I be considering?
Yes, we have different...
and what's the duration of the training?
Yes, we have different costs for different program. In fact, we have a program as low as 50,000, and for probably like 4 weeks, as low as that. And then we have, other programs that are higher than that. But what we normally do when you come to us for a training, if you are not covered by the government sponsored one, we need to know what you want to do. The first question we ask you is what exactly do you want to achieve at the end of this training? Because some people they don't know the kind of training they really need. So we now advise you like a guide. We give you a guide that, okay, this is what you need to do before you do this, or you need to do this together with this. You understand? So that is the way we do it. And we have quite, number of people who are way above 35 who have come to us for training, or retraining. Even up to 50, 60-year-old people, we've trained them before, So that's the way it is. Then in addition to that, we also partner with companies in Lagos State, as a placement partners. We supply them their, employee or interns, well trained, to fill in certain position.
On board, like an onboarding thing.
Yes, onboarding thing in their organization. So we do that. Then we do mentorship also. We help some of our students to, recommend technology they can use when they want to start their hustle. Maybe you want to start something, we advise you, okay, this is the kind of software to use. So this is free, this is open source. You can start with this, for your hustle, so that your expenses will not be too much. So we offer all that completely free of charge for our graduates and trainees.
So for this payment now, for anyone who is listening out there and wants to consider tapping into this opportunity with you, do you allow installmental payment, or it's just outright payment?
Of course, we allow installment payments. If you want to pay, if you are above 35,
yes,
you will allow installment payments. But if you are between 18 and 35, there's always a regular training from LSTF that is completely free.
Okay.
And they are adequately supported.
Okay.
So throughout the training, even after the training, we place them. LSTF also give them money during the period of the internship. So for those one, they are covered. They are not paying a dime.
Let's look at the nature of this training. Is it on-site? Is it usually on-site or virtual?
Most of our trainings are hybrid. We have a mixture of physical and online, virtual. So what we do is that we run training every day, maybe Monday to Friday, and then 3 days out of it we do physical classes. Then 2 days out of it we do virtual classes. So that's the way we run it.
So what's the duration of these trainings now for anyone who might want to even consider? Don't forget that we are in the era of multiple streams of income.
Yes.
You know, I am working here and I'm also considering these trainings.
Yes.
So, I mean, what's the duration? Even if I want to stick my neck now, how long do I know that I'm going to be stressing myself for?
We have training as short as 4 weeks.
Okay.
And then we have
enough.
as long as 8 weeks.
Still
So
fair.
that is the way it is. And then we also, for our paid training, some of them are wholly online, like our digital marketing training.
Okay.
You know, for people who are paying, is fully online. So you don't need to, go outside your, terrain to attend the class. And we support you all through our system, our portal and all that. Throughout the training, you are supported with materials and everything you need to be successful. Even after the training, we also give you 3 months of support, of mentorship.
Absolutely.
To be sure that you are, really okay and strong to take on any task.
Nice. So for anyone who wants to reach out to AI Multimedia, how can one reach out to you?
Yes, AI Multimedia is available online. We have our website, www.aimultimedia.com.ng. Then we are available on all major social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X. Just search for AI Multimedia Academy. We have an academy that is in charge of our training. So you get us there. And if you want to be partner with us as a placement partner, where you can get, ready-made or trained, well-trained employee, whether as intern or permanent employee, we are be willing to partner with you in that area. And if you need more information about loans, grants, you can visit LSTF as lstf.ng. They'll be willing to guide you on all the process you need to secure your next, grant or fund for your next hustle.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Ademola Akitoye, the CEO, AI Multimedia and Coach, LSETF Volunteer Network. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right, this is where we draw the curtains on today's edition of Accelerate Lagos here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This program has been brought to you courtesy the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, that's LSETF. Maximum thanks to Okoyemi Shouldn't Care of the social media unit. Big thanks to Victor Terry, our executive producer is Tayo Akonli. I remain Taiwo Barua. The program makes a return next week, Wednesday at 10:15. Enjoy the rest of your Wet Wednesday.